So it's been 2 years now that I've been in Thailand, and I just want to take this time to give everyone an update and to say hello. But 2 years ago, I published this video where I left my dream job in Malibu, California, and I wanted to become a monk. And then I followed it up with a second video where on July 2018, that was the day that I got on a flight at Los Angeles International Airport and came to Thailand to ordain and become a Buddhist monk. And my life has transformed drastically, and I just wanted to take this moment to say hello to everyone, to say thank you to everyone, and give you an update. Share some of the experiences that I had, some of the lessons that I learned, and keep us updated and in the loop. But at that time, when I was in California, everything was going great. I think people have this misconception that people come to Thailand to become monks because they have nothing going on. They're depressed, their life is falling apart, but from my experience, it was the complete opposite. For me, I felt at that time I reached the American dream. I had my dream job, like I said, in Malibu, California, working at a drug treatment center. And I had amazing clients, and I loved that job. And I was working so hard to get to that point. The second part was I had my own private practice called True Nature Counseling Center. So I was seeing clients privately. So that was also awesome. At that time, I was also on a dance company called Mojale Dance Collective, and we were scheduled to go on tour to Switzerland. And 1 month before that, for me, I just had to cancel because I had intuition, something that was a calling, and I just needed to leave. And it was such a difficult decision, but I had to do what I had to do. And like I said, on July 22nd, got on that plane and my whole life transformed. So in this moment, I'm here at the Pape Meditation Retreat, and I can't put into words this experience in monkhood. It's very difficult because so much has happened, so much wisdom has been gained, so many personal experiences. But what I can say is that right now I don't have the life that I used to have. I don't have that kind of luxury. I don't have that kind of freedom where I can just get in my car. I want to go to get a burrito at a taco shop. I want to be able to drive along Pacific Coast Highway like I was able to, or go tanning at the beach. But while I don't have those conveniences and those luxuries, I have something a bit different. And for me, it's just now having a sense of inner peace, a sense of stillness, and it's different. And I'm here sitting out speaking to you, sitting in the middle of a forest in Chiang Mai. How crazy is that? Where while I don't have much, I have less thoughts, I have less worries, I have just less attachments and desires, and it is a wonderful feeling that I haven't quite had this deep before. So it's been an awesome journey. So I just want to again say thank you to everyone who supported me throughout my path, who have supported me, and who will continue to support me. So thank you. And now I just want to take a moment, in no particular order, just to share with you some of the things that I've been able to learn, and hopefully you can apply it to your life as well. The importance of community. Back home, especially in the Western world, for us, everything is about me. My goals, my plans, my agendas, my dreams, me. We work so hard, again, to serve ourselves, to build our identity, to build our living, and that's okay. But here in Monkhood, the rules are completely different, where we're actually trying to let go of that identity. No one cares about your degrees and your credentials, but it's developing something different. And what they have here in Monkhood is a Pante order, where you just work hard, where you serve the senior monks, where you try to lessen your ego, but everything is focused around community. It's not my agendas and my goals and my dreams, but really, what can you do to improve the community now? How do you serve others? And it's not just me, myself, what do I like, what do I want, but again, what is best for everyone around. And this is such a different concept and a good thing to practice. One of the things that keep coming up, you've probably seen the video where one of our brother monk is cleaning the toilet with his bare hands. And people are freaking out, and it's so different. But this, what you just saw, is not acting, but this is what we do, and that's part of our training. Everything here in monkhood is to let go of your ego, to let go of your identity. There's too much me, too much I. But each time when you're able to put your hand in the toilet, it makes you feel like I'm not that special. It makes you feel that you're not better than anyone else, and it cultivates the skill of empathy. So imagine when you're cleaning that you're actually in the cleaning. Think of doing your best because you want the person who's coming after you to have a good experience. You had it where you come into the bathroom and the toilet is just disgusting. But for us is the toilet is so dirty. And can you have the humility to go bare hands and clean after other people? But maybe it might not make sense to a lot of people. But in monkhood, we have these things to train ourselves, to lessen our ego, to not have the world revolve around ourselves. And also, we do that with eating. And with eating is we tend to just rush into a line because our craving and desires, and I want that food, But here in monkhood is no, slow down, develop respect, and there's a hierarchy. Take care of your senior monks. Let them go first. Serve them. Make a plate for them. And develop that gratitude. Develop that respect. And there's an order. But for me, living in a community where you're just serving other people and letting go of yourself every day, not taking yourself so seriously, is such an amazing training. So it was beautiful. The importance of finding time to be quiet, both mentally and physically. This is important, especially for a monk. But for us, we need to cultivate this attitude where each day, take time to be alone. Physically, separate yourself from the group. Have a moment where you recollect your thoughts, where you're with yourself, and then also be quiet mentally. And what that means is let go of all your planning, let go of your thoughts, let go of your worries, and simply close your eyes, get to a place of stillness and calm, and enjoy it. And learn how to be by yourself, and learn how to enjoy your own company. And what I find is that when we take a moment every single day to be with ourselves, is you start to enjoy your own company. You start to enjoy the presence. You start to be here in this moment where I'm not always thinking about the future. I'm not always worrying about the past, but be here now. And nothing's going on, but in this moment and training every day, I don't need anything. I don't crave anything. I don't want anything. And just being by yourself and being alone in your own company is kind of something that we cultivate and develop. So one of the things that our teaching monk always teaches is this motto, and that is to talk less, eat less, and to sleep less, and then meditate more. So again, in monkhood, we're trying to live a minimalist life. Try to take a moment to shut down your 5 senses and slow down and everything. Be by yourself. Find a quiet corner, and really what happens is we start to hear ourselves. We start to hear a deeper calling. We start to hear a voice, a wisdom from inside. Some people call it intuition. But this part of us starts to resonate, it starts to awaken, and it gives us more guidance. It gives us this energy and inspiration that comes from somewhere that is deep inside. But every day they try to teach us, again, make time to be quiet, make time to be still, and be able to enjoy your own company. Can you actually sit still with nothing going on? No Facebook, no internet, no gadgets, no labels, no identity, and just sit here and be happy with that. And for me, now, I don't need anything. You know what I mean? And it's such a good feeling where you can just simply close your eyes, enjoy your own company, look around, and enjoy every moment and enjoy every experience. Have good kalyanamittas. So this means spiritual friends or virtuous friends. But there's a story out there where Ananda asked the Buddha on this spiritual path, is having good virtuous friends 50% of this path? And the Buddha said, oh no, it's not 50%, but having good friends is 100%. It's the whole of the spiritual path. And it's very key and it's very critical. For my experiences, this life is not easy, trying to stay on task. We do alms round in the morning, we do meditation, we do chanting several times a day, we do our daily chores, and this training of changing oneself, of going inside, cultivating different habits, to exploring oneself, can get challenging and it can get very mundane. But for me, having my brother monks here next to me, where when I want to give up, when I'm tired, when I'm not motivated, they cheer me on. They share stories with me and they encourage me and they inspire me. And for me, I couldn't have done this path without their encouragement and support. Along with that, it's just having good teachers, because these are the prajans and I'm so grateful for them. Some of them have been in Monkhood for 20 years and 30 years, and they're sharing with me their wisdom that they've been able to cultivate as a practitioner, not because they're reading theory and they're sharing sutras with me, but because these are people who have walked a similar path. They know some of the challenges and they are able to expand my perspective. They're able to have me think and look at life in a different way. They're having me look at my experience in a different way. And for me, it's very key and it's very critical to have that support. So for anyone out there who is pursuing a spiritual life, pursuing morality, pursuing cleaning oneself and getting to know oneself, is you need a guide, you need a teacher, and you need spiritual friends. So develop a community. Find people who can encourage you and who talk about positive things. This piece of it is very critical, and I couldn't have gone to this point without the support of all those around me. So one, I just want to say thank you for that. And two, for you all out there, make sure, reevaluate. Find a supportive community so you can get to your goals, and surround yourself with the right people who can continue to push you and bring the best out of you, because it's a very difficult path. Make plans and then detach from them. And this one is so valid to where we are in the world now with COVID hitting us and surprising all of us. We didn't know that was expected. But this is what Buddha taught us. One of the laws is just impermanence, that things will change. And when we get too attached to the plan, to our identity, to things, and we have all these desires, when we cling to it, we'll experience suffering. And time again, this teaching keeps coming up. And in monkhood, I've just learned, make goals, make big plans, make big dreams, and then let it go. Because things are going to change. And when they change, just have the skill of adapting and change and adjust fast. Now I can see where when things happen that are out of the plan, it's okay. Why am I going to get upset? But just see things as they are and adapt. And also, with anything that happens, there's an opportunity. Like, for example, with COVID, how it kind of shut down everything around us. But for us it gave us more time to meditate, it gave us more time to study, more time to be with ourselves. And while there is a negative side in one respect, there's also an opportunity in another respect. And for us, we try to train our mind where just go with the flow. Very easy, don't attach, and again, just take it day by day, one day at a time. And another aspect of that is so important is just work hard today. In this moment, do the best you can. You don't know what tomorrow will bring. You don't know how the situation will change, and it's okay. So do everything you can, give it your all, and then again, if things change, adapt, adjust, and keep moving. Cultivate real happiness. I've learned that when it comes to real happiness, it takes time. And the best analogy I can use is like a grain of sand. Just one drop. Every time when you're doing work on yourself, when you're giving to others, when you're keeping your word, you just add. When you're doing good, you just add another grain of sand. And you keep collecting. And every single day, and for the past 2 years, for me, I've just been collecting 1 ounce, 1 ounce, 1 ounce, and you start to feel proud of yourself. And then in the beginning, it might not seem like much, but over a long span, you start to see this pile of sand. And then that is something you can keep. And for me, that's how I see happiness. But it's just a drip by drip by drip, slowly, and you just keep collecting. You develop more respect, you develop more integrity, you develop more self-esteem with yourself, and you start to feel good. But again, when you want real happiness, the deep stuff, it takes time and it takes work. So just every day put in the effort, because outside, back in the Western world, for us it's easy to have fake happiness. I mean, look at all the things we have access to. The social media, where we can just put a filter on it. You can put a filter where you look younger. You can put a filter where you're glowing or you have cat ears. I mean, you can even be a cat. But really, that's all surfacey. That's all temporary. But for me, for anyone who wants to cultivate real happiness, it's every day keep it so simple. Keep your precepts. Keep your morality. That's one aspect of it. Second aspect is really to give and donate. This we call dana. And then third, meditate. But every single day, just add a little grain of sand. Add and add and add. And that's where real happiness is. And continue to do the work. And I'm telling you, you're at the end of the day and through a long period, you're going to feel so proud of yourself. Take your time and do it properly. There's no shortcuts. There's no magic pills. But just every day, do your best. Again, take your time and keep going. Keep your eyes on your own bowl and stay in your own lane. This is a big one for me, but one of the trainings that we do in Monkhood is when we're eating our meals. We have the bowls in the beginning when we're doing our monk training, but we put everything into this one bowl. And what they teach you, one of the rules, is just keep your eyes on your own bowl and finish everything. Be mindful. And why this is so critical and so important is because it's a reminder that many times for us, it's easy to look at someone else's bowl, to see what other people have. What are you eating? I want to know what's on your plate. Oh man, that looks good. You know, what you have on your plate that looks like there's more than mine. It looks more delicious than mine. I want what you have. And it's very symbolic, and many people can relate to that. But in the monk training, it doesn't matter. They can do what they want to do, but your task is just look down. Be mindful of your own plate, your own bowl. Stay in your own lane, and we can compare this person, like even when we're doing chores, we can compare. That person's not working hard enough. That person's working too slow. That person didn't even show up. That person is whatever you want to say, fill in the blanks, but really anytime that happens, don't worry. Just know you're training yourself. Every opportunity, it's, you know what, I'm getting a chance to limit my ego. I'm getting a chance to change my habits. I'm getting a chance to learn new skills. And you just work through it and you go and you feel proud. And for anyone out there who's watching, apply this to your life where, yeah, other people might be doing so well. They might seem happy, they might seem successful, or they might, their life might look so exciting, but it's okay. It's okay. Just focus on your path. Do your best. And don't worry about anyone else because it doesn't change anything. It's just going to bring more suffering to you. But just keep your eyes on yourself, and each day just keep improving yourself. And then I have a last bonus tip for all of you. And this one for me is to call your parents. Even as a monk, for me, I take the time to share all my merits with them. What that means is all the good deeds that I've collected, all the things that I've done, to share that with my parents, share that good energy, because it gives them motivation. It gives them inspiration. And I didn't know this, but one day I took the time, called back home to California, and I told my mom, these are the things that I've been doing, the donations, the meditations, being a monk, and I just want to share all this good energy with you. And she was just so happy. And she said something to me, and she said, I'm so proud of you. And she said, that every single day when she wakes up, she checks to see if I sent a message to her. The last thing before she goes to bed, she also checks again to see if her son, who happens to be a monk, sent her some kind of message. And for me, that was very touching because I knew mothers and fathers love their children so much. But for me to see that in action was just so beautiful. And my mom used to have problems with sleep before, and just random health problems. And by me just making an effort, taking the time to share with her, to share the Dhamma, to share inspiration, then she feels better. And then her health now has improved. And to have a son who is working on himself all the way here in Thailand, she couldn't be any more proud. But again, I share this because our parents took the time to take care of us. And even if they didn't take care of you, they gave us this life. And not to be preachy, but for me is they're getting older, and I feel like it's kind of our duty to do the best we can to provide them the hope, inspiration for them that they might have provided us growing up. But whatever you can do is just make an effort whenever you can to spend time with your parents, call your parents, and make any kind of gesture. And it's so important. So with this said, I just want to leave it here. But thank you everyone who have been following on my journey, who have been supporting me through your messages or sending good energy. I just want to say thank you, and it means so much because coming on this path is not easy and it gets difficult sometimes, but we're here to train ourselves to get stronger, then we can help the rest of the world. So all the good things that I've been doing, all the merits that I've been cultivating as a monk, I just want to take this time to share this good energy with all of you. So rejoice in that merit, and for me, I'll keep going day by day. I don't know where this will lead me to, and again, I don't need to know. I'm very happy here. I'm really at peace. But with that said, again, from the bottom of my heart, just want to say thank you for everything, and feel free to share if any of this stuff resonates with you, if I left anything out. But other than that, I just want to say thank you and have a good day.